Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to play a game of Blitz or Rapid and at the same time give as many tips and pointers as possible to help you improve at chess. So I've clicked on this one, 5 plus 8, so that should give us plenty of time to talk, give me plenty of time to talk, and just give as many hints and advice as possible relating to the position but also in general. So let's see how we go. My opponent is intermediate, lower intermediate, I'd say. 1500 blitz. Okay, this is called the French. So black usually wants to play d5 next move. I'm going to play my sideline that I like to play, which is b3. As a beginner, the general advice is to follow the main lines because they're sort of logical, I guess. They're the best moves, so they should be pretty logical. But it's not super important because when you're a beginner or intermediate, it's important to practice with different types of positions, get a feel for the pieces, the structures, and if you always play the same thing, it's good in one sense because you get familiar with that opening, but it also might mean you're less confident in if you get a new position, whereas if you force yourself to play new positions, then you see the fun in it, the joy in it, and you also become more confident in new positions. That's my opinion anyway. Okay, enough rambling. Let's try and give some general advice with strategy, for example. So this was a sort of gambit. I gambited a pawn, but I'm almost guaranteed to win it back. But this opening does allow black to equalize because I've sort of committed to castling queenside. To castle kingside, I need another 3 moves, to move everything. But anyway, let's recapture. Wait, no, let's not recapture because it's important to calculate. After takes, we can't recapture because of checkmate. So I almost blundered there. It's important to note your opponent's last move. That would have been very funny and sad at the same time if I had taken here. Anyway, so what should I do? Castle. F3 is a typical move if you're happy to gambit. F3 basically gambits the pawn. At the moment it's a semi-gambit, I'd say. So I'm debating between F3 or castles. Wait. Okay, this is another option, which forces knight c6 to defend the bishop. And then we can move our bishop, but don't see anything really. Okay, let's castle. So now black can sort of hang on to the pawn. No, they still can't, because we're threatening to take the knight and take the pawn with our queen, but in that line it doesn't work either. Let's say a6. Sorry, if bishop takes, I meant. Bishop takes and then a6, for example, we can't take and then take the pawn because checkmate on a1. That would be a bit sad as well. Okay, but now we can take the pawn, right? Yeah, because the rook and the king defend d2. So after knight takes, queen takes, this pawn's still defended. Okay. So yeah, this is definitely offbeat, this opening. We've castled opposite sides, which means you just want to try and attack as quickly as possible. And it's not for everyone, these sort of games, these sort of openings, but I was very solid and strategical for the first few years of my tournament play, but I've grown to enjoy a lot playing gambits, playing aggressive, because it's blitz. I mean, we're not playing, it's not life or death. It still helps you improve, I believe, if you are serious about it. You approach it in a serious way and analyze your games after. Okay, but let's have a look at the position. White's more developed. They defend the bishop. That's good. So I've got 2 ideas here. One's to, what's the word? I forgot my English. Minacciare. Threaten. Wow, I forgot the word threaten. One's to threaten to win the bishop, but they'll just move the bishop. But we win a pawn. think? They can go here and threaten this pawn. And I'm also noticing that g7 is weak. So for example, queen here threatens checkmate. Okay, bishop here also threatens checkmate. Yeah, this shows you the danger of passing opposite sides. You can usually get a very quick attack. So I'm debating between bishop e5, bishop d3, h4 for example. Because bishop b5, bishop here, or here, we can win the pawn. Maybe we should go for that. It's a bit greedy. I prefer to stick with the attack, but let's go for this. Got to make a decision. Chess is about decision making. As Magnus Carlsen said, when they asked him what chess has helped him with in life, in day-to-day living, he said it's helped him to make better decisions under time pressure or with limited time and incomplete information. And that's quite true. And it also helps you. Another thing I'd add is it helps you consider. Wait, I thought I calculated this. Take, 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 bishop takes. Yeah, so let's go for this. They can win a pawn. They can go like this, but then we pin the bishop. Okay, so that's okay. So 2 pieces is usually stronger than a rook and pawn, sometimes even a rook and 2 pawns. So here we're losing our rook, but we've already taken a piece and we'll get the bishop in the end. Our only move here is knight e2. And black's forced to take the rook. Last chance. So this will be interesting. So when you have the 2 pieces, we want to keep the position closed, which means not trading pawns, because the rooks obviously are only strong. The rooks are only stronger than minor pieces if the rooks have open columns. Otherwise, they're just sort of sitting behind the pawns, not doing much. Okay, so this is a big weakness. So we've got rook g1. I think we'll start with that. Or queen here. Rook g1 I think is logical. We want the rook here anyway. It's our semi-open file pointing at the king. So this is a move we'd probably make at all times or in all lines. So now I'm calculating queen c3, which forces f6. Then we have h4. We can't play h4. Oh, we can play h4 now. I forgot the queen defends h4. But I think it makes sense queen here. Yep. Queen's just a bit better placed here, aiming at the king, and c7 maybe. So yeah, with the 2 pieces we want to play actively and keep the position closed. Not trade pawns except if we're attacking. Obviously in chess there's always exceptions, so we want to stop black from activating their rooks by not trading pawns, but if we're attacking, then obviously we have to open. This is a weakness, we want to attack it. This move I don't understand. I guess okay, blocks this thing, this battery we call it, but it allows us to continue with h4. They might play h5. They might play g5. Yeah. So we can get our knight in. h6 is an option. We've got f4. I was considering knight f4 before because this pawn's pinned, but they can take with this pawn. But f4 looks pretty good. taking advantage of the pin. So if takes, we take with the knight, threatening a fork, threatening this. Oh no, not that. What else? Maybe black should still go for this. I mean, black shouldn't let us take on g5. Then we win this anyway. So at least this way, they've got 2 passed pawns. I mean, it's one positive. Yeah. Wait, does black have anything here? I'm noticing my rook is undefended, but... and my knight sort of, because the rook's playing the rook assures that the knight can't be taken with the pawn. But now it can. Interesting. Where do I want this knight? This is interesting to sacrifice. Wait, yeah, that is interesting. And I have to play quick. Okay, I'm threatening knight takes. And then it's almost checkmate immediately. So black probably should play h6. Wow, okay, they want to counter attack. Does that work? Don't think so. I think they just didn't realize the danger of this move, because if this takes, they've got checkmate. Yeah, I missed before that. This is just checkmate. So I think they have to... no, this doesn't even work. Probably go here, I guess. And I'll probably go here, threatening f6 a lot. So yeah, I don't think I've explained. Maybe I have explained a bit, but okay, now I've got a few different moves here. This is check and wins the queen, so okay, they resign. Okay, what can I say about this before we look quickly at the computer evaluation? Yeah, I guess this moment in the beginning shows the importance of calculating even in the opening. This is a bit of a new opening or strange opening, but even in openings that you are familiar with, you should always try and calculate. I mean, here, if you just see that this pawn's attacked twice and defended once, you might say, okay, let's do that, because if knight takes, queen takes, we're attacking g7, but you have to calculate one move further. What can my opponent do or threaten? Checks, captures, threats. They've got checkmate. So that's pretty important. Here is another important moment to calculate, because I noticed, I might not have mentioned it, but I noticed that g2 and h1 fall in this line, but we win 2 pieces for the rook, which is what ended up happening. And then here, yeah, maybe this moment or this moment. No, it's very difficult. I was thinking h6, but I have this threat. So how does black improve? Very difficult. Yeah, maybe this move isn't necessary, because f6 already defended twice, so they should deal with this threat. But yeah, easier said than done. Maybe rook here? No. Let's have a look. It's interesting because black became lost very quickly, so I was trying to figure out where they could have done better. Wow, this is... yeah, okay. I underestimated how strong my position is, I guess just because of the attack. We've got 1, 2, 3, and 4 pieces very quick to enter the attack. Black's basically defending with a rook and maybe the queen, so 4 on 2, 4 on 1 or 4 on 2 is just completely winning. And rook takes here. That's... oh, wow. That's nice, okay. I need to follow my own advice more and look at checks, captures, threats, right? This is a check, and if they capture, it's checkmate, so I should have seen that. I finally see it here. Okay. I was probably going to play this check, which at least wins the queen and probably leads to mate. Anyway, smoothish game. The only blunder was... wow. That's the whole point of having the bishop on b2. Well, in general, the fianchettoed bishop pointing at the king is very strong. And here, how quickly did I play? This was terrible. Terrible. This just wins on the spot because we win 2 clean pieces. Already up a piece. This threatens checkmate and the extra piece, and we'll be up. Wow, okay, so here the advice or the pointer is checks, captures, threats, and I need to be sharper in seeing the threats, which is the third option. But if you can threaten checkmate, that's the strongest of all, right? I mean, a check forces a response, but threatening checkmate also forces a response. And here they have to play g6 or f6, and we just pick up the bishop. So yeah, I hope that game was interesting and I was able to give a few pointers. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.